Page 4 of the review. So again, it looks like I have absolute value. Strategy for anything with absolute values to break it into two problems. So in this case, I will have -9 plus x greater than or equal to 16, and -9 plus x less than or equal to -16. So if I add 9 to both sides, this gives me x greater than or equal to 25. If I add 9 to both sides here, I get x is less than or equal to -7. So on a number line, -7 is the smaller of the numbers. So less than or equal to -7, closed circle this way, greater than or equal to 25, closed circle to the right. Two intervals. Those intervals are -infinity to -7 and 25 to infinity. Problem 14. This is a compound inequality. We break into two problems. -8 less than or equal to x minus 7, and x minus 7 less than -7. So you add 7 to both sides. So you get -1 less than or equal to x. Always good to write the variable first. X greater than or equal to -1. So if you read this one from right to left, it's x greater than or equal to -1. Here I add 7 to both sides. I get x is less than 0. So of those numbers, -1 is smaller. So draw a number line. Greater than or equal to -1 and less than 0. That's this interval. That's the interval from -1 to 0. Bracket around -1. Parentheses around the 0. So again, a compound inequality with an or this time, you just treat this as two separate problems. So -10 plus x greater than -6, add 10 to both sides, x is greater than 4. -4x greater than -8, divide both sides by -4. When I do that, be very mindful that this now changes. So I get x is less than 2. So on a number line, I've got 2 and 4. So if I'm less than 2, that's this. Greater than 4 is this. So those are two intervals. Those are the intervals -infinity to 2 and 4 to infinity. The last one is a factorization. This is not perfect squares. 15 is not a perfect square. The only thing I have to factor this is the greatest common factor. Okay, so I look at it this way. 25 and 15, what do they have in common? It looks like the greatest common factor is a 5. Okay, look at my x's. I've got 4 x's and 5 x's. So it looks like they both share 4 x's. Look at your y, 6 and 2. They both share 2 y's. Now I'm going to backtrack. 5 times what equals 15? That's a 3. X to the 4th times what equals x to the 4th? That's 1. Y squared times y to the 4th equal y to the 6th. Minus 5 times what equal 25? That's a 5. X to the 4th times x equal x to the 5th. Y squared times 1 equal y squared. That's as far as I can go. So that's just factoring out the greatest common factor. So that's it for page 4.